crossing the Missouri, guys. We're officially getting out to big buck territory out west. All right, guys, we just got everything unpacked or in the bunkhouse here. This is kind of our base camp. Pretty nice. One bed and one super comfy floor. And this is the kind of stuff that two 22-year-old dudes going by when they're on a week-long hunting trip. SpaghettiOs, Chef Boyardee, Doritos, you know, bunch of energy drinks, Powerade. We're just like totally set up, man. I don't think anybody has better nutrition than us two.
No, exactly. We're good to go. We got our energy in the morning. We got our snacks when we need them.
I'm about to have a little bedtime snack here. These SpaghettiOs. Pretty much just gonna use the same spoon and the same fork the whole week, and that's wash it and
responsible for your own dishes.
Keep it to a minimum. Hopefully we get on a big one in the morning. Alright guys, I'd consider it like pretty much day one out here in Nebraska. We got to scout for maybe half an hour last night. Seen a decent buck. We're going up on a spot right now to glass down into some marsh deer stuff, looking for a whitetail. Still pretty dark out right now. Dark enough I was able to walk straight into a barbed wire fence and cut my knee, so yeah. I'm stoked, I'm feeling good. Feels great to be back out west here. Having my buddy Tyler with me is huge. Hope we can find some deer, guys. I think I've only told Tyler one more hill like 3 times now. I actually think that this is the last hill until we get up to where we want glass.
There's be big bucks over here.
No promises. So we got to our glassing spot, pop over this top. This is normally the kind of situation where I pop over this top, start glassing, and we instantly see deer. It's just not that case this time. I'm not seeing any deer. There's so much land out here, I don't like wasting time. So I think we're just gonna pack up. We're gonna try to find another spot and just keep glassing and moving and glassing and moving. This country's so big. In early season like this, the deer are still, they're tight to food. They're either there or they're not, you know what I mean? It ain't like there's deer running around like crazy right now. They're all batched up on food yet, and we just gotta figure out where they're at, and then we'll be in them. So
we'll get on them.
Tyler's confident. I'm hoping. Alright, on to the next spot. So we do all this walking, pop up over the top, getting back to the truck. Tyler points down there. There's the truck. And there's a mule doe. See where she's still there? Yep, there she is. Just sitting there. Alright, so we've been noticing a lot of deer are bedding in these pockets of trees. So we're kind of just getting to where we got the west wind right in our face. We're gonna stalk through these trees, hopefully find a deer and get on them. It's a crapshoot, but you just got to take your shot and just keep looking. So. Kind of thinking maybe let's get in there. It's so thick up here on the edge, we're not gonna have any shot opportunity. Get in there and just kind of try to hug this side of it, sneak up in. It's a pretty good trail right here. Tell them what we found. I just found a pretty nice looking 4-point shed by the looks of it. Can't find the bucks, but find the shed. Alright, so right where we found this shed, we've got some fresh sign. There's a super fresh rub right there, and it totally makes sense because we got the lake right back here, and we got green meadow right through there, and these trees are they're creating like a natural little funnel right here. I'd be willing to bet there's buck walking right through this gate, this open gate, coming right through here or going right down that trailhead right there, which plays out awesome for us. With a west wind, we can get up on the point and hide in these trees with the ghillies on. Heck, we might even find a spot for a stand. So we're kind of halfway thinking that we're going to set up back here this evening and see if we can't get eyes on something good. Alright guys, so we're walking in right now to a couple stands we just hung pretty much right where we found that shed earlier today and that fresh rub sign. So just to kind of like reiterate this whole scenario here right now, we got back over here a green meadow, and out in these sandhills, anywhere where you can find some green grass and a little meadow is usually a food source in the evening. And then we got a lake over there with lots of cattails, lots of heavy stuff. We're feeling good. We're feeling really good about this evening set right now, just because of fresh sign. They keep looking in them cattails a lot. There's got to be a buck in there. Gotta be. So it's the morning of day 2 here in Nebraska. We're going into Glass, where we seen that heavy 10 yesterday. The wind's a little iffy, but it's just barely even a breeze. You can't really even feel it. We're way up in the hills. I really don't think that they're gonna smell us, but never should underestimate a whitetail's nose. I don't know. I think we're safe, we'll see. Well, we got eyes on a shooter. He bedded down in some thick cattails, but we can't exactly pinpoint where. So we're not gonna, it's so calm out right now, we're not gonna try to sneak in there or nothing. We're kind of halfway thinking we're gonna come back in the evening and set up where we think he's gonna go to feed. We'll see. So Tyler really wants a mule deer, so we're going in here and just going to try to get on a high point up in these hills. It's kind of historically mule deer country. We just got eyes on a muley doe. There might be a buck with her, I don't know. We're going to loop around, so we got a crosswind, because right now she's looking straight downwind, kind of in our direction. She's close. She's in bow range right now, but we're not going to be able to pull it off if we don't try to get a little bit of a crosswind and get out of her eyesight, so... Feeling deadly? Feeling good?
Might be go time.
I really hope that we get one here, dude.
This could happen right now.
It could. successful stalk. I mean, that's freaking.
That was sweet.
That was perfect situation right there.
That was a buck.
Done.
Done. I was so on her, dude. That was.
When you're able to sneak up on a deer that close, you're doing something right. We just got to keep burning the boots, and
They're in here.
we're gonna find a buck.
When I seen the second one stand up, I'm like, okay. That would have been a buck right there, though. Dead right.
Yep. Well, sweet, dude. Just keep after him. We just glassed up what looks like a freaking magnum muley. He's way out there. He's at about 1,200 yards. We're making a big circle on him. He's in a nice blowout. Looks like it should be a pretty good spot to put a stalk on him. Tyler asked me, he's like, do you think that'd be like a good first mule deer? I was like, I think that'd be a good mule deer for anybody. So we're gonna get on this deer and hopefully put an arrow in him. All right, guys. So here's the 2 deer. We thought it was 1, but there's 2. I don't know how well you guys can see that. A couple really nice muley bucks. They're about 450 some yards away, and they're bedded down in the perfect spot. Way out there. Tyler's about to kill his first mule deer, and it's going to be a big one.
It's about to go down, dude. This is the perfect setup.
Yep.
I think that wind's really, you know, it must have switched so, but that's actually blowing in our face too, so I think we'll be able to get up pretty tight to him.
We should be able to, and it's blowing hard enough it's going to mask a lot of our noise.
That and that lip, I mean, I don't think there's no reason we can't get within 30 yards of these deer.
I don't think, yeah, for sure, for sure. That's the look of defeat.
15 yards.
Yep, them boys are at 15 yards.
All he had to do was stop for a split second.
Yep.
Or just stand up and not run.
Uh-huh.
He stood up and run.
I thought for sure he was going to stand up and kind of pause or jump off a little bit and then pause, because that's what they always do, these mule deer, but nope. He turned, locked on us, and then just booked it.
2 beautiful deer too.
Yep, they were nice. Oh well. Look at how cool this is, guys. You can see right where they were bedded. See a body was right in here. Their legs down through here. One there. One right here. We first glassed them deer from way up there. Well, we are officially back to the truck. Over 7 miles in 3.5 hours. I'd say we really put the boots to her.
I don't think we can do much better.
No, that was an adventure. Total adventure, and that was awesome. The Sandhills experience.
Other than killing them, doesn't get any better than that.
And I forgot to show you guys. Look at this freaking thing. Just a giant old shed, old mule deer shed. This was a Magnum back in the day. It's always cool finding little treasures like that. Yep, over 7 miles in these hills that's like close to 10 on flat ground. So, well.
And this heat.
Yeah, it's
gone for that breeze, otherwise we'd have been in trouble.
Yep, for sure. That's just about gonna wrap up day 2. We're getting in them. I mean, that's about as good as you can get for day 2.
I don't think you can get any. You can't get any closer.
Nope, 15 yards. 15 yards from 2 nice mule bucks. Day 4, evening. Moving in on the lakeside cattail buck, the big 8. Yesterday we were so confident, and then just downpouring rain, 27-mile-an-hour winds, totally just ruined the sit. But tonight, I don't want to be sounding too confident because you see how that goes, but it's looking good. It's the perfect wind. It's been pretty windy all day, but it's supposed to die right down to about a 6-mile-an-hour wind in the last hour. We can't get any better than that, so hopefully he'll make an appearance, work right through in front of us, and we can get an arrow in. So guys, it didn't really go quite as planned. Well, them deer worked out just how we wanted. We had a perfect west wind right in our face. We had checked the weather beforehand, and it was supposed to be a 6-mile-an-hour wind at the lightest at the end of the day. Perfectly blowing our scent right out, and and it just died right down to nothing. It's like totally calm, and our thermal started dropping right across that valley. A couple does come out and they pinned us. They started blowing, but he came out to the valley and them does were blowing, and he just stood there, and he started stepping. It was coming and coming, but then I could kind of tell like he was about to booger, right? So he still wasn't in my little shooting lane or my little path of weeds I had cleared out. So I kind of just got up onto my feet, stood up, drew, and the rangefinder flashed 46 yards. I put it on him, and I'm pretty sure he just ducked me. We found the arrow. It was totally clean. Right where he was standing, there was a little tuft of hair. So it just right over his back, just skinned him. You know, I'm happy at least that he's totally unscathed. But man, am I just like at the lowest of the low right now. So we're just gonna go back to the bunkhouse and figure out what we'll do in the morning.